Alright everyone, I'm going to do a out-of-box review of the Terminator 2 Judgment Day Ariel HK machine. Okay? It's Pegasus Hobbies. The box is actually heavier cardboard than normal. Okay? And it's got some decent art on the front of it now that I got it upside down. Here's what's inside the box. Now, I've not opened the plastic yet. I just took the plastic off the outer box. The base has got some nice detail on it. Painted upright, it looked pretty good. Okay. We come with a clear sprue with just 3, 4, 5, 6 clear parts on it. Looks like they might have thought about lighting this thing a little bit. There's the kit plastic. If Pegasus Hobbies does their usual, that's not 100% styrene. Alright, here's the directions. We're going to go through the directions first, and then I'll open the baggies. Okay. Now, you start with the engine pods. There's 2 of them. We're going to look at the detail in those engine pods in a little bit. Arm assemblies in the front. The gun assembly. The rear wings. The rear wings are hollow. They do have clear parts. So you could light those parts. I already have some ideas how to do that. I don't know how thick this is. If it's thin enough, some SMDs can go in there. And maybe those rods will pick up the light properly. And you'll be able to just use those rods. I know there's plenty of room in the body of the craft for lighting. Okay. It doesn't look like it's a terribly complicated model either. And we go to the other side. And there's final assembly right there. Okay. And paint. There's chrome, gray, dark gray, clear red, clear blue, ivory white. Okay. So there's the list of paints. Kit parts are molded in ABS. The opaque ones are polystyrene or clear. So again, it is not normal plastic. So you're going to have to be careful what kind of glues you use on this. I have found the Tamiya glues work fine on it. The extra thin doesn't hold very well. Although if you read right here, it says using Tamiya extra thin cement. It doesn't hold very well, but the regular Tamiya holds really well with it. Okay. I don't think Ambi Pro Weld will work with this model very well at all. I would do some test pieces with the sprue before proceeding with different types of glue and seeing how well they hold up. It's just a word of advice because it really can be kind of dicey with the Pegasus model. When I build this one, it'll be my 3rd or 4th one of theirs. All right, so let's get to the sprue now that we've looked through the directions and see what is in there and what the detail is. Again, the base looks pretty good. I'm not going to open the plastic on the base. There's lots of little fine details in here. You know, if you paint that right, I mean, there's some skulls and a few other things surfacing in here. You paint that right, that base is going to look good. Okay. Now, I am going to open these baggies because I'm curious to see how much room is in there. But to do that, I need to shut down the camera, so I'll be back in a second. Here's the underside. Got it open. Details are fairly good. All right. And there's going to be plenty of room inside this body for... Let me turn this around. Here's the... Actually, this is the underside. That was the upper half. If you look at this body, there's... I got it backwards. Or is this the underside? I'm not sure. But it definitely goes this way. If you look at this body, there's plenty of room in there for lighting and parts. No doubt. Plenty of room for wires and such. I'm sure that's where the stand goes. So this is definitely the underside. This has got to be where the arms mount in and stuff like that. Now, the part that I was curious about was how thick are these? Oh yeah, there's room for some light wiring in here. Now these are going to be hard to light. Very, very hard to light. Would be interested to see if there are some very small LEDs that could fit in there. Okay. The detail is nice on this thing. Very, very nice. me put those parts aside. Let's start pulling out of the bags. The sprue out of the bags so we can see what we've got. Here's the underside of one of the sprue. This is the one part I did not like about this model. The engine inserts. They're just lacking detail in there. The inserts on the engines, because a real engine would have more depth. That would have a lot more depth, and that's the one bad part to this model. These fan blades should be a little bit more distinct and should be deeper. They may not have been able to actually mold that. Okay? So I suspect there'll be an aftermarket part for that before too long. And again, this is an identical sprue. We've only got 2 more sprue left. Here's another set of sprue that have the arms on them. And the back side. Now, I do see some pin marks here. The pin marks are not showing through on the upper side. In fact, I don't see any pin marks where the detail is present. All the pin marks are on the undersides, which is very good. They do not show. There's very little flash. And again, that's ABS plastic, which is a bit thicker than the plastic you're used to dealing with. And there's some side panels. Okay? Alright everyone, this is a short out-of-box review. All I got left to do now is take some photos of the parts and stick them at the end of the review. Hope you enjoyed the review, and I'll catch you on the next video. Hello everyone. I just want to add that when I do these out-of-box reviews, I'm not necessarily building the model anytime soon. This one I'd like to build soon, but it'd probably have to wait till the summer. And I do want to build it soon. And again, it's probably going to have to wait till the summer, simply because I've got to finish a Brock Erie Cruiser. I have to finish a Gremlin. I have a Coast Guard cutter I'm building soon, and I want to finish the Millennium Falcon, and then the spring contest will be here. So if this doesn't go in the spring contest, it will wait until after the spring contest in June. Just letting you guys know what's going on. Talk to you later.